Is it okay to delete work experience from your CV so that you don't look overqualified when sending that application? Sometimes as candidates, we find ourselves in such a situation. You've seen a role that you really want to apply for, but then again, you feel like you've overqualified. I am joined by one of our CV writing experts who will be shedding more light on how best you can go about this when you're sending out your applications. As usual, my name is Mary, and thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Diana, for joining.
You're welcome, Mary. Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Yes. Sometimes as a candidate, when I want to apply for a role, I look at what is required and I'm like, based on my experience, I might have exceeded the expectation in terms of the requirements.
Yeah.
So what does being overqualified, first of all, really mean to begin with in today's job market, and how does it affect a candidate's chances of being shortlisted?
Okay, thank you so much, Mary, for that question. So being overqualified isn't ideal. It is not ideal in the job market, considering like everyone in the market is applying for jobs. So in this case, being overqualified simply means that you have a higher qualifications in comparison with that particular job that has been advertised. So in most cases, the hiring managers always have a challenge with those kind of people because they might demand more salary. They are at one point or another, they might be bored or find a better opportunity, better than what they have been given. Yeah.
So it's such a scenario where I have actually assessed what the requirements, and I'm like, I'm overqualified, but I'm still tempted to apply. And of course, there is that aspect of wanting to delete some of my experiences. Okay. What is the potential risk of omitting work experience from the CV or from the resume, and how can this really backfire on me as a candidate?
Typically, in the job market, it is not advisable to delete any job or any work experience because it will create a gap. So in that case, it might bring out a red flag to you as a
candidate.
Yes, the candidate, exactly. Yeah, so in that case, at one point or another, you might be seen as a dishonest person. And as the time goes by, they might notice that this person had omitted this work experience, and it will not be a good show to the hiring manager. Yeah.
So even you risk losing trust with your potential employer even before they invite you for the interview.
So the major thing that you can do is try as much as possible to showcase your qualification authentically, be honest, and ensure you organize the work experience based on that particular job you are applying for. Yeah, in that case, you'll stand a high chance. Yeah.
I actually wanted to ask now, instead of deleting the work experience, how can the candidate highlight their most relevant skills while still showcasing that their full background without deleting the experience? Okay,
basing on that particular job you are applying for, it is important to focus on your skills, on the skills and competence that you possess as a professional, and what the hiring manager is looking for. So in this case, you prioritize the key skills and competence that goes in hand with that particular job. Another thing is prioritizing those work experience that goes in hand with that job you are applying for. And in this case, you have shown your strength. You've shown that you are more competent on that particular job that you are applying for. And in this case, you'll stand a high chance of being shortlisted. Yeah.
What has actually stood out for me is the need not to delete the experience, but to prioritize what that potential employer is looking for. So it simply takes us back to the job description and bring out the skills, the relevant skills, the experiences. That is what you should give more priority.
Exactly.
Interesting. I know we'll be discussing more about this in our next video. So for now, thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome, Mary.
Great. As a candidate, sometimes you find yourself in such a situation where you feel you have overqualified for a role, but you still want to apply. As Diana has mentioned, deleting the experience will simply leave your CV with a career gap, which already sends a red flag to your potential employer. So I believe some of the insights we've shared on how you can be able to fill that gap will come in handy for you as you send out your applications. And just in case you feel you struggle, we encourage you to reach out to us, and Diana, together with her team, will be able to take you through the review together with the job description for the role that you want to apply for, and they will be able to tailor that CV to match that particular role. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next one.